All right, y'all. What's up? Boy Young Lee Jr. here. So we have Bubba Wallace, who was a American Nascar driver. I believe he's African American. I'm from descent, very successful. Really had a good sponsorships. He was taking over the number 43 and riding with Richard Petty. And you know, for Richard Petty Motorsports, it's just really inspiring to actually see like African American doing really great things in NASCAR, even though it's like dominated by 97% of whites and other people different races. Now I really never got into NASCAR, I should have been say that, but I do enjoy cars. I like how, you know, it takes a lot of talent to maneuver, man, and actually have a great team, good sponsorships for people to take care of your equipment, get you new tires. And they still going out here on the road and competing, even though they're going over like 200 laps, man. But it's really interesting here that they found like a noose type knot that's around that's supposed to secure his equipment on his garage. Now, we don't know who set this up. I don't know if it's people from his team that set it up, but you gotta think about this too. June 10th, NASCAR banned the Confederate flag. So I don't know, there's a lot of individuals, people got upset about that. It was like, dang, you banned our tradition. You telling us what we can do, what type of flag we can represent. And then because of the George Floyd and a lot of things that's going on between the brutality of African Americans in America, they felt like, okay, well, we have to do something. We have to do our part and not have these type of racial things or these flags, or like that's the equivalent to the swastika to the Jewish, you know, community. So I mean, I kind of understood why they wanted to ban it, even though this has been going on for so long, and they would have put more diversity into it. And you know, what thing is that, you know, some people might be taking that to heart. I don't know if Bubba Wallace, I don't know nothing about Bubba Wallace like that personally, but I don't think he is racist. I don't think he was set up here and take the time to, you know, to damage his career like that, especially while this stuff is going on, if he fell internally against his own people and create a type of knot or a noose. Now, the thing is this, you know, you have to secure these very expensive equipment. Understand there's different type of knots you can do, square knots, box knots, all the different type of things that you can do, because those worth like millions of dollars at the end of the day. It's very expensive, because once you out on the road, you got to make sure the equipment works really well and the gear is good for you in that particular time in the duration of the race. Now, the FBI is doing a thorough investigation on this. I just want to get to the bottom of it. I hope they do get to the bottom of it, like who was understanding his management company or whatever. Because you got a lot of companies, big major corporations are sponsoring these NASCAR drivers. So, I mean, they can be on the hit too. You got people like Red Bull, GoDaddy, you got Zillow. I mean, so many companies that actually buy into NASCAR. And because if that individual wins in the race, then next you know, they're going to get great promotions, bonuses, commercials for the business, and then people go like, dang, man, I remember State Farm actually, you know, sponsored this NASCAR driver that came in first place, man, won the championship or whatever, man, the NASCAR race. So this is freaking amazing. So you understand that, Bubba Wallace, that you are a high value target when it comes to this sport here. So I mean, I don't know, it's just really, I'm really looking more into that. It's just kind of crazy, like all this stuff is coming out, how people truly are. Now, if he did took some time out his day to do that, because this was according to the article, this noose type of knot was actually displayed here back in October 2019. Okay, so October 2019, this is when it was going on. So they just now starting to say something. So I don't know, man. I mean, I'm just thinking, like, if it's been there since October 2019, I mean, you would have said something by now. You would have like, hey, this is not right. Why is this looking like a noose? So this is kind of, I'm raising questions like, okay, like, did he know who did this? He's just covering it up, hoping that he doesn't get caught, or he didn't think it was a big deal. Why is he speaking up, and to the point like, oh damn, like, you know, I'm very pissed off, I can't believe this is happening, but this has been there since last year, unless he's overlooking that, because it's kind of very difficult to overlook that when it is supposed to be securing a very expensive equipment in the garage. So that kind of raised a lot of questions here too. So I'm not saying I'm taking everything from his word, like, you know, I'm not believing in him, but at the same time, man, I mean, it's just a very slow process of taking the action. Are you just doing that because you want to help your career, you know, and your livelihood in this particular moment? You just got caught up, or it's somebody that been doing that for a while now, and you sticking up for him. So I mean, y'all heard what Bubba Wallace, what he said for the 2-minute speech, and he posted something on Twitter that it was egregious, but it's just something you got to answer to. You know, I want answers at the end of the day, man. So, but yeah, that's all I really have to say, man. it's really kind of sad because he was really welcome into the NASCAR community. They really loved him. He was treated like gold, you know, honoring that number 43. You know, it's Bradley, basketball player, played, retired from that. Richard Petty, you know, this is something, you know, this is really honorable thing, you know, to wear that number and, you know, representing many big corporations that's supporting you. So this is going to be a really major effect on a lot of things, man. So FBI just do a great investigation and to see, get to the bottom of it. That's really have to say about this whole Bubba Wallace thing. Yeah, it sucks, but I don't know if they're going to really cancel him. Is he going to be a victim of the cancel culture? Who knows? I really don't know at this moment, but that's all I really have to say, man. It's really kind of crazy out here. Everything is coming into the light in this particular moment now, so in this day and time. But yeah, y'all stay safe, man. Stay tuned. Be like a nice little discussion later this afternoon. Talk about the police man that happened in Valdosta. Actually the victim, so had a broken wrist or whatever. But yeah, man, we're gonna have a really good thorough discussion on that with my brother BMT. All right, no stranger to the channel, but you guys continue to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel, like this, share this video, subscribe, man, support your boy. That's all I really have to say. You guys continue to like, comment, subscribe. I'm out. Deuces.